Today I am making an awesome smoked flank steak inspired by Crying Tiger beef. And it is not Crying Tiger beef, but inspired by it, like I said. And I'm also going to top it off with some awesome miso butter fried rice. This is an amazing dish, and I gotta say, you gotta make this, so please watch through the end of the video and let me know how you like it. Here we go. Okay, I was not planning on cooking today, but I'm gonna have to cook. So here's the thing. Today I am making a very special dish to me because one element of this dish I've wanted to do for quite a while, which is Crying Tiger beef. It's an Asian dish and it looks freaking amazing. I have to say freaking because of YouTube and professionalism. So that's what we're doing today. So we are going to be making today a smoked and seared flank steak that will have an umami glaze and yes, fried rice. And without further ado, let's make this shit. Okay, so we're going to start off by seasoning our meat, which is going to be a tablespoon of smoked paprika and a tablespoon of salt, pepper, and garlic. So I'm using a mixture here. This is dry garlic. It's like a minced garlic, but it's been dried out. And then I'm going to go ahead, give this a quick mix, and add this to my flank steak. And you want to be really generous here and add it to all sides. Now I should note, the smoker is going at 225 right now. I'm going to be popping that in very soon. And I'm going to be using hickory wood. You can use hickory, mesquite. You can even use cherry. Some people don't recommend cherry for beef, but I've actually found that it comes out pretty well with cherry as well. All right, so into the smoker, we're going to put this meat in there for about 25 minutes max. This is going to be a very fast-paced recipe, and I'm just going to put it in there for a little bit. You can do 30 minutes, but we're going to sear it eventually. But onto our sauce. So for the sauce, I'm going to heat up a saucepan here, and then I'm going to go ahead and add in some oil. I'm using avocado, so I'm using about 4 to 5 tablespoons of oil here, and then I'm going to add in just a teaspoon of sesame oil. You want to be really careful with sesame oil, so a teaspoon to tablespoon is fine, and then about 3 to 4 tablespoons of honey. Give that a good mix. It's on low to medium heat here, so we don't want to go too crazy with the heat. Then I'm going to add in about 5 garlic cloves that I'm going to go ahead and mince into here. And you just want to keep working this sauce. Keep it on a low simmer. You may have to take it off the heat a little bit here and there, but we want to add some dark soy sauce. So I'm going to add about a 1/4 cup of dark soy sauce. And then I'm going to let this still sit there and simmer. And then I'm going to add in the same for some sake. You don't have to use sake. If you don't have sake, you can use a dry white wine. Then crushed red pepper flakes. Now that's to taste. So then I'm going to add in some smoked paprika. That's going to be about a tablespoon. Now I like a lot of heat, so you don't have to add so much red pepper flakes. Give that a good mix. Let that still sit there, and we're going to start thickening this up. So I'm just using about a very light handful of some flour, whisking it up, and then doing that again until I get to the consistency I want. So you don't want to go crazy with flour at the beginning. This is more of a thing of just gauging it as you go until you get that nice caramely looking sauce there. And you can always add in ginger, lime, or fish sauce to enhance the sauce overall, but let's move on. So I'm going to go ahead and start chopping up some chilies here. I have some Fresno chilies and some serranos. I'm just going to slice through these. These are going to be a garnish at the end. And then some green onions. And I'm going to just go ahead and slice these at a diagonal cut. You can just do a regular straight cut, but I want it really diagonal. Then into a wok, we're going to start our fried rice. So I've got some oil here, about 3 tablespoons, and 4 to 6 cloves of garlic that I minced. I'm going to drop in half a stick of butter and then about 2 tablespoons of fish sauce. Give that a good mix there, and some miso. So for the miso paste, I'm just going to go ahead and add in about 2 tablespoons of that. And then after it's all whisked up, I'm going to go ahead and add in my rice, which is day-old rice that I kept in my fridge in an airtight container. Then I'm going to add in some frozen peas and carrots because I like them in my fried rice, and give it a good mix. So the meat is ready for the glaze. That sauce that we made earlier, we're going to take the flank steak out of the smoker and add this sauce to it. A good amount on each side, and then in a hot pan, we're going to go ahead and sear both sides.
Once the steak is ready, I'm gonna go ahead and start slicing it. Now I like my steak a little rare, so definitely cook it to the temp that you wanna cook it at and check the CDC for guidelines. And look at this steak. It is awesome. A little less rare than I want, but it's all good. We're ready to plate though. So I'm going to start off with the fried rice. I'm putting this into a little bowl and I compact it, and then I turned it upside down onto the plate. Very carefully, tapped it, and then look, we get a beautiful dome there. Now, we're going to go ahead and start adding our steak in, and I wanted to be fancy here, so I just basically fanned out the steak pieces all around the fried rice. And then I'm just going to clean up the plate, and honestly, if you have a significant other, it might impress them. It impressed my wife. I'm going to go ahead and add the garnishes though. So the green onions, the Fresno chilies, and the serranos. Drop those in, and then around the edges, I'm just going to go ahead and start adding that sauce. I wanted this to look really, really nice, and it came out awesome, I have to say. This was an amazing dish, and honestly, we are ready to eat at this point.
Okay, and we're done here, so yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and try this. And by the way, yes, here it is. Looks freaking awesome. I gotta say, this looks so goddamn awesome. I want to try it so bad right now. So I'm gonna try it, and here I go. And here we go. My phone went off. Holy shit. Holy shit. The beef is so tender, smoky, the fried rice is so damn good, and then with that sauce, I don't know what I just put together, but I think this is awesome. So, I gotta say, thank you so much for watching through the end of the video, and yeah, let's just keep on cooking, and I'm gonna eat this shit because it is so goddamn good. I'm out. Cheers.